salutations of the beloved Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. With the respected brothers and elders, inshallah, tonight I would like to begin by not asking you who did we talk about last week, inshallah, because some of you already found out before this class. So last week we spoke about Ibrahim bin Adham, rahimahullah ta'ala. He was from the category of Umar bin Khattab, and he was a great saint and a great Sufi of his time. Nowadays, when we hear the word Sufi, right, we tend to raise our eyebrows, right, because of the videos that we see in regards to these certain individuals in different parts of the world. So we're not referring to those types of Sufis. We're actually, back in the days, especially in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and 6th century, it was regarded to be something of an honor if the scholars gave you the title of a Sufi. In other words, you are now at that level in which you yourself will be able to purify the hearts of others. And you have earned that honor in the society, in the community. Then later on, of course, different versions were introduced, and then people started to invent bid'ahs and accepted. So our field of Sufism still exists unfortunately. And for those of us who might be interested in learning more about it, we need to connect with the scholars who can guide us properly and accordingly. So this was in regards to Ibrahim bin Adham, rahimahullah ta'ala. Now tonight, my brothers and elders, as we are rapidly approaching the long-awaited month of Ramadan, there are a few points that you and I need to adhere to. First and foremost, Ramadan is not a month of only fasting and staying hungry and staying away from food, staying away from having a relationship with our spouses, and etc. This is not the only purpose of the month of Ramadan. As I mentioned previously, even in the Friday khutbahs, we have been mentioning for the past few weeks that during the time of the Sahaba, the population for the month of Ramadan would start when? 2 months in advance. The preparation of Ramadan would start in the month of Rajab, and it would continue until the ending of the month of Sha'ban, and we're only about 8 to 9 days away from the month of Ramadan. So we have about 1 more week remaining. For those of us, brothers and elders, who have not yet taken the initiative of starting our journey to the month of Ramadan, and we need to adhere to the following advices concerning myself. First and foremost, we need to fix our salah before we enter into the month of Ramadan. What do I mean by our salah? Meaning we need to work on improving it when it already is. So if you and I are used to standing for about 10 minutes behind the imam, then we need to add a few more rak'ahs extra after when the salah concludes, so that we can train ourselves physically to be able to stand for longer periods of time when the imam in the month of Ramadan. But many of us, my brothers and elders, we fail to realize that salah plays a pivotal role in our spiritual development. And it's something that many of us probably do not look down upon the salah, even though many of us probably don't pray. Unfortunately, many of the Muslims, especially the youngsters, it is very unfortunate that they're not performing their salahs. It is not that they look down upon it, or they disregard and reject the salah from being part of the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but it is just that their spiritual development has not been made, right? The effort was not being made on them from the time since they were children, unfortunately. Now, what do we do? How do we approach them? How do we improve ourselves more than we have already improved ourselves? First and foremost, we need to first of all realize and understand why we perform the salah. Am I performing it for the sake of Allah because Allah needs my salah, or am I performing it because I am in need of the reward of the salah? This is something that we need to fix in our lives. That the salah that I'm praying, the salah that I will be improving, the tarawih salah that I will pray, it is not because Allah needs me or my salah and my worship. But rather, I am the one who is in need of this. Number one. Number two, the scholars have mentioned that we need to understand the reasons why we perform salah and what are some of the fruits that we tend to receive. Right? Like many of us, when we apply for a job, the first question that comes into our mind is, what am I going to take home with me at the end of the month? What is the next pay? That's the taxes. So similarly, the case, the scholars have mentioned that as soon as the month of Ramadan is approaching, and it is right around the corner, and it is knocking on our doors, we need to start to prepare ourselves for Ramadan. One of the ways is to understand why and the maqsad behind why Allah has made it. So Allah mentions in the Quran that the person who performs salah تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر, it stops the person from the following two things: fahsha and munkar. Fahsha and munkar are translated as sins. But what is the difference between these two? Why did Allah mention them? The reason is, fahsha means ما يقدح العقل. Those sins and those wrong acts that our intellect informs us that this is not something proper. So, for example, stealing. We don't need religion to tell us that stealing is something bad. Right? We don't need religion to tell us that physically abusing another person is considered to be something bad. Right? We don't need religion to tell us that we shouldn't be making fun of others, because we know that it hurts the feelings of the others. So fahsha means those things that your mind tells you that these are sinful acts. So when Allah says that the person who persists upon salat and they perform the salat, the sins which our mind tells us is stop the person from committing those sins. The second benefit is what munkar. Munkar are those sins which have been prohibited inside Islam, in the religion. Inside the religion, because many of us might ask, oh well, why is this happening, right? Because our mind is asking questions. Our mind is unable to digest the fact of why did Allah make this specific act. Right? So therefore, Allah mentions when you persist upon the salah, and you will see that the benefit is that your mind will open up also slowly, but slowly to even the reasoning why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made certain acts better. And that all starts from where? From the salah. When a person fixes their salah. In the month of Ramadan, Allah is a great opportunity for us. Another point we need to keep in mind is that Allah mentioned وَأْنُ أَهْلَكَ بِالصَّلَاةِ وَاسْتَبِرْ عَلَيْهَا. And He is advising who? The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. That order your family members to perform salah. All of us sitting here, including myself. How many of our family members have not prayed the Maghrib, or they will not pray the Isha? Do we actually take the initiative of at least reminding them, if not forcing them? Right? So Allah mentions وَأْمُرْ أَهْلَكَ بِالصَّلَاةِ. Order your family to perform salah. وَاسْتَبِرْ عَلَيْهَا. You as a leader, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, or us as the leaders of the family, or the leaders of our own children, because they look up to us. Allah mentions to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that you yourself have to remain steadfast and remain persistent upon yourself. Not that you as a prophet perform it one day, the next one you're tired, the next one you're not doing it, and the third day you perform it, and etc. Of course, this advice is not for the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, it is for who? Us. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was always performing his salah. But why did Allah still advise him in the Quran? Because he is talking to us, not only the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So imagine if the father in the family or the mother in the family were on their phone and they tell the children, go perform your salah. Is that going to be effective? Or we don't perform the salah at home on ourselves, but then we expect the new generation to perform the salah. It doesn't work that way. So the elders, they have to remain persistent upon salah. And also Allah mentions, لا نسألك رزقا نحن نرزقك. That I, Allah, do not ask you to provide. I, Allah, am the one who provides. Why did Allah mention this right after Salah? What's the reason? Because as men, or as the caretakers of the family, as the ones who are responsible financially for the family, many times we tend to leave out the Salah due to our jobs. And that's the issue. So therefore, Allah mentions that if you want the concept of Salah to be embedded in your household, to be embedded into the new generation, then you yourself have to perform the Salah properly, and then you will see slowly, it will start to transfer to everyone else in your household. But the initiative has to be taken by the husband and the wife, or at least one of them, and then it will slowly start to transfer to the other one. So the month of Ramadan, my brothers and sisters, is approaching. So we need to work on our salah. And also, my brothers and sisters, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned that I wish I can request the youngsters so that they can gather firewood for me. So that I may go to the houses of those who perform the salah at home without any valid excuse, and I, as a prophet of Allah, wish to burn down their houses. I will not live for the children and the women, I will reflect them. So you see, Allah mentions in the Quran, in regards to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that, oh my Prophet, I sent you as a mercy to the mankind. So the man who was sent as a mercy to the entire mankind, he is saying that I wish I can burn the houses of Muslim or those people who perform the salah at home without any valid excuse. I not been for the women and the children, I wish I could do this. They see such harsh words from the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We understand now the importance of performing salah in the masjid with jama'ah behind the imam. And also, my brothers and elders, when the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was passing away, one of the last advices that he gave was what? In regards to salah. And in regards to treating the subordinate well. For example, the slaves, the servants, those who are under our mercy, like for example, our children, etc. So Allah, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, before he passed away, kept on repeating the words, As-salam wa ma malakat aymanukum. That take care of your salah and take care of those who are under your care. And he kept on repeating this until the narrations have mentioned that his tongue was not able to speak clearly anymore. Until he was not able to talk anymore, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam kept on mentioning, As-salam wa ma malakat aymanukum. As-salam wa ma malakat aymanukum. As-salam wa ma malakat aymanukum. And imagine how many times he repeated this to the extent that he was not able to talk and repeat these words anymore. His tongue was losing its balance due to the pangs of death. So if salah was not an important aspect in our life, then the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam would not have blessed the Prophet. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not have revealed multiple verses in the Quran pertaining to the importance of salah. And it all starts by you and I treating ourselves. not us worried about being worried about others, but I will change the one way. I will change the entire family. I will change all my siblings. I will make sure everyone can change from out, but I'm not ready for change. So when a person wants to bring in about a change, they have to first and foremost start with others and themselves first, and then it will slowly transfer to the others. So that was incredible about the loyalty and all of the stability and the complete to Akmal, where it was concerned. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. جزاكم